Alright, I'm going to go ahead and have some fun and try to stream this team battle. Sunday Night Blitz, 3+2 time control. We have, looks like 5 teams tonight. It's the first week we're doing it, so hopefully it'll grow in the future. 45 seconds until we start. Well, let's make sure we get people in. Okay. This person is not on a lot of teams, so we'll accept them. And hopefully we don't regret that. All right. We are 12th out of 34, so definitely a good showing. We'll say good luck in the chat. Starts in 10 seconds.
9, 8.
Here we go.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
It looks like I need to make this board a bit bigger. Whoa. Or not. Better make a move here. Okay. That's going to have to do. The layout for Lead Chess on my monitor is always a bit weird. And it does say I'm streaming, so there we go. Against Cole05, representing GFCC. And we've got an Accelerated Dragon. Let's get our bishop to c4, try and prevent d5. And don't worry, I definitely didn't already forget what I'm supposed to do. Just castle, queen d2. I think I've got to give up a pawn somewhere here. Knight takes. Knight takes knight. He takes queen, I take queen. I don't know. I always fall for these traps. Put up the standings. We've got a pretty good showing for the Alabama team. It is a bit short notice. Maybe I should have thrown in this check first before taking the queen. Time control is 3+2. If you berserk, you get 90 seconds, no increment. Get some sweet tea to power us through here. Okay, so we'll take here. And I guess we need to save the bishop now. Or we might have trouble saving everything. I guess we got to take here. And then my king is going to be a little uncomfortable. Got to find a way to save the knight and the bishop. He might be able to play rook e8 check here and take away that e7 square from my knight. Definitely a game we should review in the future. Okay, he didn't do that. So in theory, my knight can get out, but I don't think it really can. I can castle either direction. I can go back to e7, but he's just going to play rook to e8. And I think we're going to resign this one. He's winning at least a piece with a fine position. Need to get in more games. GFCC off to a quick start as they have 8 points. And the pairing shouldn't take too long. Let's switch back to this scene. Pairing shouldn't take too long, but Alabama does have the most players, which means that... Ooh, let's berserk it. Let's do it. which means pairing will be a little bit slower than it would be if we had a smaller percentage of the players, but that'll be fixed in future weeks. Okay, we're going to play a win hour here. This should be sharp. A theoretical battle, queen b6. I'm not aware of that move. Play this from both sides. Queen a5 I know is a move. Queen c7, knight e7. I think I'm just getting this rook though. The rook looks trapped. This player has beaten me in the past, it says. I don't remember that game. Okay, I guess... Ooh, can we go check? And get the knight also? Check here. Check. Okay, now I gotta find a way to get my king safe. Knight f3 will also have ideas to bring my queen back to g5. That gives me the other rook, so we'll take that. And now if I can trade queens, I should be fine. 54 seconds to do it. Okay, he resigned. Nice. I'm not going to berserk this because this person's in first place right now. So they're playing pretty well so far tonight. c4, I think that means I can play knight f6. And castle, I'm not terribly worried about the d5 pawn here. There are a lot of different ways I can proceed, but knight d7 to b6 is one. It's quite hard for white to hold on to those double isolated pawns. Although I think I'm probably supposed to play h6 first as a result. But we'll continue. This position shouldn't be too bad. I think he's also supposed to play h3. Okay, we'll develop the bishop. And check. Yeah, he has to go back with the knight. That just loses the piece. I can threaten mate with queen h4. That's interesting. Guess it doesn't actually threaten mate. Alright, let's bring a rook to the e-file. Okay, he puts the knight back. How do we make progress here? Take once his bishop captures, knight c4. Knight doesn't have a real clear direction from there. I would like to get another attacker on d5. If I exchange and I can play queen h4 to attack h2, he pushes the pawn, then I don't have my bishop to get in there. I could go queen e7 and attack the bishop again. His knight's also guarding it. Alright, gotta play a little quicker. Maybe here. Two attackers on the d5 pawn now. Gotta be a little careful of his queen and bishop teaming up on that diagonal. Alright, opposite color bishops, but I've got better pawns. What can I do with my rook? Let's rearrange this knight. Maybe get my knight to f4. I played king f8 to guard my rook, so there are no discoveries from his bishop. Just got to find a way to get at all of these weak pawns. That's the goal right now. He's aiming for c5, it looks like. All right, let's try and keep him out of c5, because that would be a good square for his knight. And if I have to trade, then I'm undoubling his pawns. Go here. We're hitting h3. Where can my knight go now? Guess nowhere great, actually. So maybe we'll come back to f6 and just try to say that this h-pawn is weaker now. I'm not sure which pieces I need to trade. They offer a draw, but I'm going to decline it for now. I still have over a minute on the clock with the increment. And I feel like I'm the one playing for 2 results. I might have to undouble some of his pawns, though, just to get some more play. Okay, put this rook on a dark square. Alright, I'm going to say that this trade helps me. Playing the knight versus the bishop would definitely be pleasant. So I'm going to pin that knight. And I'm going to try and walk my king a little closer. And I should be at least winning the pawn back. Alright, take here. Take here. Better pawn structure, so I don't think they can trade this last set of minors. Prevent c4. That might have been a bad move, actually. They can play h5 now. Okay. Try and run them out of moves here. I still have a couple of free moves. I want to get my king into this square. It should be a winning king-pawn endgame. All these weaknesses, okay? We go here, and he doesn't have a tempo to waste. So he's going to have to let my king in. Yep, and I'm going to leave mine where they are. And push my pawn, which is faster. And check. Okay, do I trade queens now or after I take this pawn? Actually, he doesn't have a check right now. So I can try to trade queens after. If I trade right away, I wasn't sure what would happen because my king's actually in the way of one of my pawns. Okay, so check. Got to find a way to trade these. Guess we can go here. And there's no queen checks. Or good ones. Okay, I get this pawn. Now I've got 2 pawns. This should be good as long as I can keep my king safe. We'll come back. I got to try and use these pawns for a shield, I guess. Okay, we go here. This check, I get to trade off queens. That's what we were waiting for. Perfect. All right, and now my pawn runs. Good game by them. Good game by us. I think that was high quality. Sorry, the layout changes. And we wait for our next game. And we have 5 points. So we're in third overall. And the team's in third. Oh, we're behind Denver, and we're facing the number 1 person. Again, when they're in first like that, we're going to go ahead and not berserk them. Oh, but I should have played something different because I fell for that trap earlier, didn't I? I didn't realize this was the same player, okay? How lame do we want to be? We're going to be super lame. Just trade that off so we don't fall for any traps. Since our team has more people, I think that it is valuable to slow down the other team's players. Especially because I don't think I'm even top 5 rated on our team right now. And it's not like this position is horrible. Maybe black's equal. Okay, that bishop seems a little bit loose. It's only guarded by a knight that's under attack. Capture, capture, but this bishop just has nowhere good to go after. If I attack this knight with e5, his knight has lots of places to go. I can play queen d2. I've got to watch for knight takes e4 tactics, but trading off those bishops always is a good thing in these positions where they're fianchettoed. So let's play queen d2 to start. Queen d2 to start. Maybe bishop h6 coming up. Goes back queen c7. What's his idea? Is he trying to use the e5 square? His knight still has plenty of places to go. This rook's a little more free, though. Let's go here. Just kind of lining up on that file, again, towards this bishop. I guess he wanted to guard that bishop. We got the potential for 2 attackers if we can get rid of that knight. Still nowhere great to go with my light squared bishop, though. Okay, that bishop retreats. So we've got to be happy with this position. Let's trade off dark square bishops. Ah, he's looking to threaten mate here. Okay, we'll block that. That was a clever trick by him. I'm fortunate that my bishop has a tempo move to defend it because I did not see that trick. He has some interesting moves here, though. Bishop, okay. I was also looking at bishop just takes c3. I was wondering what happened there. All right, we wanted to trade bishops, so we'll do this. And this is kind of a strange situation. Yeah, those dark squares are a problem. Okay, I can go here. He checks with the knight. My king runs to e2. That seems dangerous. I can go to h1. He checks with the knight. I come back. He double checks. I run this way. He has queen check. I run up. He takes the pawn. Uh-oh. Maybe f4 was played a little bit carelessly. All right, let's run this way. Give up that pawn and then try to hold the fort. Rook f1 if his knight goes back. Had such a nice position. Not over yet. Need more sweet tea. Yeah, if his knight goes back to g4, maybe we can play rook f1 and rook f3. Gotta hold both of these dark squares. It would be nice if I could move my queen or rook off the d file to give my king space to run to c1, where it would be much safer. At least I'm not down on the clock, though. So that's one positive. And he's down to a minute. Okay, so he plays e5. What's the idea? He's attacking the pawn, obviously, but how does that help him? Maybe I play rook h1, knight to g4, other rook to f1. That seems pretty good. I like that. I can't worry about the f-pawn. The only thing I've got to be concerned right now is with my king safety. He can play bishop here, which I guess was his idea. But then, is he losing the knight? He's taking that square away from the knight. If he just gets the exchange, is that successful enough? Clearly missing some of his ideas. Some very tricky moves by him. He's down to 30 seconds. Yeah, he does play it. Okay, king back. I can take the knight. I can take the bishop. Let's take the bishop. If I take the knight, there's some queen checks. I guess he would win the rook probably, so obviously we don't want that. And I think now we just seek some safety. But we're down 3 points of material. Both under a minute. Anything can happen. Yeah, he's trying to force a queen trade. That makes a lot of sense. I want to avoid it as much as possible. Again, not worried about that pawn. He's looking for a fork. How do I get more play here? Maybe I can't. Maybe I do have to trade queens. That's very unfortunate. Well done by him. Okay. So now we're looking for tricks ourselves, which means this knight needs to get moving because it's our trickiest piece. Looking for the c5 square. Okay, now we're going to go back to d1 and maybe up to e3. Yeah, he wants to try and close off that file. Well, guess we're trading knights. Not ideal, but it is what it is. How do we create play here? Not much counterplay to be had. Yeah, not much at all. Interesting. Okay, we'll take there. Throw in a check. Yeah, I gotta trade off rooks now too. Otherwise he plays the rook to the g file. Oh, this is giving me chances. Maybe. How can I get rid of more pawns? He says, yep. And I can't defend that pawn. Even if I could, it's a win for him. Well done. All right, so he is on a roll. Almost a half an hour in. Change it back there. But our team's now in first, thanks to Yuri with the big 12 points. Oh, he's in first place overall. Nicely done. But 2 teams right behind us, really 3 teams. Still quite early. And we're back. Berserking time? Berserking time. Here we go. Need those 3 points. So tonight it is top 3 score for the team. Or top 5 score for the team. In the future, if it grows, we'll be doing top 10. I want it to get big enough that people of all ratings on the team have a good chance to contribute. I don't know if G6 is really where I want it. He can push me back again. He can mess up my pawns. Wow, he just wants to trade everything. Okay. Interesting. Why is he so keen to trade? Well, I can't worry about it because I'm down on time since I berserked. I guess that's really why. He's just trading because I berserked. Alright, we'll go into an endgame and hope we're better. More trades. My knight has some good squares to go to, though. Knight to f5 next. Try and keep his knight out. We're down to 42 seconds. Okay, allowing him to create some more weaknesses. Maybe we can use the e4 square. Not sure where that knight's trying to go. Okay, now we're in good shape, though. Maybe. Yeah, let's do this. And I think I can outmaneuver him. That's what I'm going to tell myself. It's what I'm going to tell myself, whether it's true or not. Okay, got to pass pawn. $15 seconds left, though. Didn't give myself enough time, it doesn't look like. Where's his knight going? Eight seconds left. Ah, I didn't do it well enough. Oh, it's a draw. I got all the pawns, but it's a draw. Close. That was a fun one. Just need to realize I was in that time trouble earlier. Alright, we are in first, but only by 2 points so far. And now we've got one of the top people. Caro-Kann it is. Playing something different. We don't know it, but it looks aggressive. Probably h4 next. Guess we'll just go after the bishop. Just keep going after the bishop? I'm not sure. Let him worry about it. Okay, he retreats, so... Was it all for nothing? This feels like it was wrong. Because I think I'm supposed to be able to play my knight up there. Okay. Definitely supposed to pin this knight and just trade it. I believe. Because I have to keep this e5 pawn in order for any of this to be worth it. Okay, how do I get my queen more active? I need to get this knight to a better square. I want to hit g7. I know rook h3 is a move in some positions. Queen f3 is also a move. Maybe we'll try queen f3 here. He has c5 though. Ooh. Wrong time for queen f3, I guess. But I'm going to try something. If he pushes d4, I'm going to queenside castle. I'm going to queenside castle, try to pin that d-pawn, and look for tactics. Yeah, he doesn't even actually push it. Okay. Now, I could take twice on... Well, let's pin first. Yeah, let's pin it first. Yeah, I'm not sure. At some point here, it feels like there was a winning tactic, but probably something very unnatural. All right, my thought here was that maybe I take twice on d5. Give up the piece. He doesn't have a kingside that's developed. And try to make something happen here. I wouldn't want to be his king. We're actually just threatening mate right now. So he's got to be careful of that. Maybe I can get this h-rook into the game or something. I was hoping for a bigger time edge. Yep, goes back. Maybe we attack the queen again. Be nice if I had check or something, but... Alright. Let's attack the queen down the d file. This is actually quite tough for them. Yeah, that's their only move. I can take. Rook takes. Then I don't really have anything. So I guess we'll capture here first. Because black actually doesn't have any threats here. And now this knight is jumping into the game. I'm not worried about the e5 pawn now. Now they can have it. Gotta be careful with their rook. I can get a check. That looks like a nice check. Looks like a nice check. I should at least be winning material here. And I'm not actually down any. So check, and I can go. Looking for a mate here. This might be a good moment to pause. Oh, I can take the rook with check. Ah, I missed that before. I actually take it with check down the d file. Then we take the knight with check. Oh, it's not with check. Careful, Michael. Careful. All right, we'll throw in this check. He can take my knight, but I think we're getting closer to something real here. Well, hopefully we didn't give up that knight too quickly. Maybe we just double. As long as I don't get checkmated on c2. Didn't even see that rook was under attack. We squandered that one. So I guess it wasn't really in danger until I moved my other rook. Okay. Darn. Alright, we'll take here. Need to create a scenario where my rook and queen can work together. But that might be it, folks. Unless I can get something going with his queen having the move. And then try and create some checks. But the c2 square is just too weak. This is just to make him think a little bit. Check. They don't have any good checks left. Take the bishop. I take on f2, but there's nothing here. Check here, I guess. Throw in another check. Let's guard the mate first before playing a queen check. Yeah, missed something there. Definitely missed something. But we'll have to look at it another time. I guess we'll berserk, try and get back into this thing. Because right now we are not helping the team. I'm 2-2 against this player. I wouldn't be surprised if both my losses were berserks. Save the bishop. Isolated pawn position, but this is a pretty nice one, really. Happy to give up that pawn. Maybe queen d6. So I'm moving out of the pin. My knight's free to participate now. Okay. Where to next? E7? No. D7? Thank you for the follow. I can go over to B4, which looks interesting. Not worried about getting trapped. I've got a couple of awkward squares I can go to and escape if needed. That actually helps me. Now the D7 square is much easier for me to use. Yeah, let's not trade yet. 38 seconds left, though. Gotta be faster, Michael. He can win this pawn. But we were trying to get rid of a pawn originally, so let's avoid the forks. Yeah, berserking and streaming might not be the best combination. We'll have to reconsider that in the future. How can I kick this knight so that this guy's undefended? That's what I'm thinking right now. How do I kick one knight so the other one's undefended? Oh, that loses the queen. That loses the queen to the knight check. Got 2 pieces for it, though, so we'll play a little longer. Nope. Too tricky. Alright, no more berserking. See if we can come back a bit. Alabama is in the lead, which is nice. Okay, this player I've lost to twice, so it's time to get some revenge. play a gambit, open things up. See if they want to keep capturing. They say no. We'll give them another chance. Okay, I think this position is now winning for white. Because they took away the h6 square. They usually lose a piece anyway, but they can't defend f7. Cannot defend f7. I think they can avoid mate. No, actually, maybe they can't avoid mate either. All right, there we go. Should have berserked that one, I guess. Okay. Back on track. I've got 8 points, so I'm almost contributing to the team too. Looks like someone has caught up. Okay. Nice. Isaac's doing well. Yuri's doing well. Isaac's berserking a lot. Denver's got 3 up there, though. Scott. Very good. Pairings are taking a second, but we can take a breather here. Short breather. Oh, and a high-rated opponent. Okay. See if they berserk us or not. They don't. If they do, I'm not sure if I want to berserk back or not. Wing gambit. I think I'm supposed to take it. Yeah, don't really want to castle either way, do I? I'm trying to get them to commit some piece on the queen side. I guess we're both just going to be in the center this game. Both of us in the center. All right, now how do I guess playing the knight here probably works better with me queenside castling, but it's okay. Maybe I try and use that c4 square. Got good control over these light squares at least, and he doesn't have a dark squared bishop. Okay, he's going for the h6 pawn. He can have it. A brief cat emergency, but we're back. So this is probably a position where I want to trade off queens. I'm not sure the best way to do that. I might have to give up the h pawn. Oh, actually, maybe I can get my queen in this way. Threatening the c pawn here also. Definitely a unique position. Okay, got to bring this rook over to defend, but I've got queen g6. Here, bishop, where? Bishop to c6. I can play it to b5, but he's just going to move the rook, so that doesn't do much. Material count, I'm down a pawn, as is often the case in these crazy Frenches. So perhaps I'll try not to trade the queens. Yep, he goes back. No, I think we might need the trade queens. My pieces are just too tied up with his queen on the dark squares. And I can go after the c-pawn. I'm trying to get him to trade on my terms. So we'll thread and mate. Okay, well, this is an improvement. Maybe. This is an improvement, maybe. Yeah, I thought I could play rook c7, but I couldn't due to rook a8. So now we're losing some pawns. And my bishop is not doing enough here. Attack the rook, but it's just not going to be enough. Block the file, I guess. You can take this pawn. Yeah, this is going to be it. Oh, he doesn't take the pawn. He says, I don't need that pawn. All right. Giving us some chances here. Okay, maybe chances is generous. Check. Maybe chances isn't generous. Okay, what if we take here? Can I run? No, I can't. I'm just getting mated. Oh well, had to try something. Well played to my opponent. And not a great win rate so far. Gonna need a better second half of this tournament. Isaac's really on a roll, and he's been berserking. This one we're gonna have to berserk. But maybe I'll berserk this and just not talk. He didn't berserk us on the clock, but he's still playing as if he did, which is good. Definitely good for us. And our opponent is also playing quickly. Let's get a rook to the d file. Actually, I'm going to use the f rook so my king has room to run if needed. Okay, let's look at that f5 square. Let's not look at that f5 square. We're on the bishop, though. Nope. No time to try and calculate. Double on the file. Where's that knight going? I don't know. Where's this knight going? Okay, let's hit that bishop again. Maybe I pull my bishop off the d file. I'm pretty happy with my time so far. Not happy with my moves. Yeah, we're just going to have to go for it. Hit the queen. Look at the d6 square. Look at f7. There's a lot going on here. Actually, there is a lot going on. Wow. And that's checkmate. Had to go for it. Okay. Maybe I should be berserking and not talking more. Okay, so GFCC and Murfreesboro fell back a little bit. Okay, this time we're going to try not to stalemate him. If we can get our first move off. Apparently we're playing Caro-Kann, because you know that's what I play all the time. Let's get castled. And I guess we're going to trade because don't know what's going on in this position. We've got some things happening down the C-file maybe. Darn. I wanted to take the bishop on c4, but I don't think I can allow him to break open my king side with taking on f6. Now my light square bishop is quite strong, though. So he's up a pawn, and we both have possibilities for an attack. Let's start by blockading this, and then we're going to play rook to g6 and go after that g2 pawn. Yep, let's make it happen. He can go queen h3, but I can still take. Okay, I can just move my queen. Need to be careful of my back rank, though. Check. And give myself a light square since he has a dark squared bishop. He's starting to take my bishop and remove the defender of my rook. 26 seconds. Uh-oh, here we go again. Good position, but not up time. I guess I'm going to just push this h-pawn and say you can't stop it. Too slow, Michael. Oh, he has checkmate. I was trying to find a way to get my rook in there better. Those games against him are very close when we berserk. Very close. Almost to the halfway point. Okay, now our opponent is berserking us. Very strong opponent playing for Denver. Okay. I think knight c3. Maybe I take first. Okay, throwing this check. I need to kick his bishop back. That's what we need to do right now. Gotta watch the e2 square. Oh, he's on my other rook. When did that happen? We may be outmatched here. I don't have any moves. Where's my bishop even go here? Don't have any moves. Oh, that's a free queen. Alright, didn't stand a chance there. Didn't stand a chance there, that's for sure. Yeah, I guess that d-pawn was just a problem from the beginning. I probably have to capture so the e-file wasn't such an issue. Okay, another very strong player. Getting some tough pairings now. Maybe we'll go queenside. He said that's fine with him. Just try and do something over on the king side. Let's defend. Knight c1's kind of an awkward move, but look for my queen to get over to the king side. He still has more than 3 minutes on the clock. Get rid of that bishop so we don't get checkmated. What can we do on the king side? Push some pawns. Hey, hallelujah, cat. Okay, if I push f3, he's got a fork on g3. He's also looking at this square. So we got multiple issues with that knight. Guess we'll just come back here. I can still play knight here, right? No, he just trades, yeah. Still makes sense. Then he can push here. Or go there. Alright. But I'm not checkmated yet. That's the important part. Not checkmated yet. Alright, we're going to push this and just sacrifice the rook. Nope. Okay, we're going to go here then. Yeah, missed that his queen was still on that. Doesn't make a big difference though. I thought I played this guy earlier in the tournament, but I guess not. Getting some of the usernames mixed up. But we avoided checkmate, and we're slowing him down a little bit. Let the rest of my team do the heavy lifting. Though actually we're 7th on the team right now, so if I settle into a groove, that'd be pretty useful. Because Denver is not far behind. Oh, and this player is for Denver, so he's 3rd overall. So extending this game with some quality moves would be good. He's taking his time now. Okay. What do we got here? We've got F4. Is F4 good? F4 looks good. It also allows me to guard C2 with a rook at some point. He's got to watch his rook on A1, A8. Because if I were him, I would drop that rook for free. With check, no problem. As we saw earlier in this tournament. Very similar. It was the rook on H1, but same idea. Okay, can I attack that bishop again? We can. I take the rook. No. Let's take the knight. Just not enough, is it? It's not enough to just take the knight. Because taking the knight and trading queens, if I take with the pawn, he takes with the queen. And he's threatening mate. So I've got to try to win some material without the queens coming off. Okay, now I can take the pawn, which is a useful pawn. Pins the knight. It's probably better than winning the knight, because winning the knight just trades too much material. We'll see if I can keep some of this material on the board. He's down to a minute. Anything can happen. On C2. So I need to guard C2. Okay, I'll guard it with this rook. Yeah, and actually, rook to E8, he would get mated. Amazingly. Oh, so maybe I play rook to E2 and threaten some kind of sacrifice on the back rank. Put those puzzle rush tactics to work. He's saying no. He's saying no to that. Oh, and after I take back, he still has the queen check. Yeah, so I guess I had to trade the material, but then it's losing anyway. Alright, good game. 56 minutes left. It's time for a win streak. That's 3 in a row we've lost. It's time for a win streak. Oh, thought a game was starting. Who's in the front? Still Isaac up, and Scott's come up, and Yuri. So that gives us an 8-point lead. That's not much at all. Oh, they've got the next 4. Okay. This is gonna be close again. I've got to start earning my keep for the team because the matches against Denver are always super close. We're berserking here. 1200 might not be a good idea because who knows how strong they really are. They're in 17th, so clearly they've been playing pretty well. Yeah, I've got some ratings that are a little higher than 1200, so 1400 rapid. So we need to be a little bit careful. I am going to go ahead and steal this pawn, though. Make him prove it. Play this check. Play queen back to b6. I think that's the move. And then if bishop e3, I was going to say I go all the way back to d8. But now we're up 2 pawns. And he hasn't castled. A lot of times you lose the d pawn because of tactics down the e file. But he hasn't castled here, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's go ahead and get castled. He's got weak light squares. So that's his idea. Alright. Keep our queen safe for the moment. Got 50 seconds. Got to play fast. e5 is an idea. Pushing e4. Start with e5. Then e4. I want to get something going on these light squares. Alright, if he takes my rook, taking his bishop, he saves his bishop. I'm going in for the king side. Knight g4 next. And I think he's getting checkmated. Only way to stop the mate here is to move his rook, and then he gets mated on f2 instead. Okay, good game. Let's get back to it. My goal is to be top 5 on the team here so that we are giving some points. We're only up by 3. Wow. Oh, and now we're down by 2. This is going to be back and forth. It's going to be very back and forth. Now we're down by 7. Yeah, these two 14s are hurting us a little bit. We've only got 3 people really pulling their weight so far. So this is a player that I am not going to berserk. I think I might have even berserked them earlier. Not sure if I did or not, but not going to berserk them here. Need to settle into a groove. Well, it looked like I smoked him that last game, but I was down in exchange, and he fell for a checkmate. Objectively, I'm not sure how much better I really was at that point. But it's blitz, so objective does not matter very much. Okay, let's get castled. This e-pawn's still protected. I want to play e5 at some point. Let's play queen e2. Bring the rooks to the center. c5. Okay, that really weakens the d6 square. So that's good long term to be thinking about. Don't think there are any tactics there yet. Okay, I'm going to play f3. I really want to keep this e-pawn. He's going to play his knight in here. Let's back my bishop up. Maybe I play f4. Okay, that's a fork. Now we're up material. This is good, and is against someone from Denver. And I've got 14 points. There are 3 of us with 14 points. So as long as and someone with 13 points. So as long as 2 of the 4 of us or someone else really pick it up in the second half, we could be in good shape. Take with the bishop? I think so. Okay, we'll just attack that queen, if you insist. Knight e7 threats are always on the table. Let's attack the queen again. I want him to go to the g6 square. That's what I want. If he doesn't go there, I want to win some other kind of material. Okay, so he's avoiding it. Can I attack the queen again? Man, he's doing a good job of avoiding all of... Oh, wait, nope. He does lose the queen. Yep, and my bishop's on the queen, so he has to give it up. Oh, that was a quick pairing. Berserk? Okay, we got a berserk. The team needs it. He's going after our king, it looks like. Okay, this game, we're not going to drop our knight. Because last time we had this position, we played knight h4. d6 is still a problem in this position, though. Less so because his bishop isn't on h4 anymore. But it could still be an issue. Maybe I bring a rook to the d file. I'm not worried about my king. I am worried about getting enough play, though. I'm going to push this again. I want to really control this square. Throw the bishop in there, maybe. That gets close to trapping the queen. Oh, this has to be good. This has to be good. Okay. If he takes on b6, I'm going to just replace it with a knight. His king has nowhere safe to go. Take the bishop. Okay, that's what we want. Maybe I should have pinned the knight first and still do it. 20 seconds. Just gotta start taking stuff. Oh, no. I had mate last move if I didn't move the king. Oh, that was so close. The Berserk was worth it, though, because they were not from Denver. So I wasn't giving points to Denver. That's why I risked it with that Berserk. And we are 5th on the team right now with 16 points. So, oh, I guess you can't see. So 5th on the team with 16 points, so not bad. We are down by 3 points. Very close. Yeah, they've got a lot of good players on their team. Okay, Vladimir. And this person is from Denver, so gotta slow it down and make this happen. Yeah, that last one was painful. Okay, I don't mind this position at all. Actually, I think we're going to attack this knight. The idea here is that I can play c5 and my queen is guarding the bishop on b7. And I'm also threatening to trade off light square bishops, which is always a success against the Catalan type positions. We're both playing faster than we need to. Yeah, gotta work on my pre-moving, that's for sure. Okay, now let's see if it is his king that may be in a little bit of trouble. Ooh. Queen up here? Is that something? Maybe? Looks aggressive, looks dangerous. Should make him think. I don't think I can take on d4. Although I can take on e5 and then play knight g4. That's a possibility. He's looking for a queen trade. Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad for us. My pawn should be better for this endgame. Nope, don't take there. Maybe my knight goes to c5 if he guards c4. My other rook can go to the d8 square. Need to create some luft for my king, for sure. So I don't get checkmated. Now he's the one with the isolated pawn. So, as I said, in theory, this endgame should be better for me. I'm going to check him a couple times here, see what he does with his king. My pawns are not going to be as fast as his. This is one of their top 5 players, so not ideal. Okay, that helps a little bit. See if I can just start pushing this e-pawn. Oh, that didn't do anything, did it? Yeah, my pawns are too slow. Yeah, that one was more painful. More painful than the last one, because that was against one of their players. And now we're down by a good bit. Yeah, we're down by 22 now. So something has to change. This person is, they're playing for Denver, but we need the points because we're down 22. So if we get down any more, there won't be time to come back. So perhaps slightly less commentary. I say that, but it never seems to change. Let's get off those dark squares. Really? Okay. Take once there. The open E file could be quite helpful for me. F5 next. I played C3 because I don't want him forcing any trades on the C2 square. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. We take here. Here, trying to create some problems for him. Maybe rook f1. Knight takes, queen takes. Nothing. Okay, we'll go here. Attacking the queen and the bishop. Done in 21 seconds. Okay. Gotta be careful about my pre-moves. Gotta get my rook to a better square, safer square. Yep, that's what I was worried about. Ten seconds. Time pressure. Lots of time pressure. Oh, no. He got us. Oh, that was tough. Not sure what we could have done differently there at the end. Maybe that was the wrong time to sacrifice the rook. I think we've lost every time scrambled today. Down by 22. But that was not one of their top 5, so. We gotta keep trying, though. No choice but to keep trying. Takes my knight. What is that about? Okay, I guess I'll take some pawns. Yep, the struggle is real right now. He actually could have taken this pawn because this rook was undefended, but yeah, gotta go back. Okay, his knight's pinned. Yeah, I did have it. The bishop was probably free at some point. I'm not sure I really want to look at the games after this, but we may. Okay, I think opening this up should help me. Okay, well, we'll block his bishop out. That should definitely help me. Try and kick his knight. Go after the c5 pawn. Where's that knight going? Not sure. Need to protect the dark squares. Fianchetto my bishop. Didn't have this one, that's for sure. It's just becoming a mess here. Queen takes c3, whatever. Yeah. So we have to keep doing. I think we got to resign this one, though. Unless he drops this queen here. "30 minutes. Let's just take a minute and breathe here. No, you didn't. You didn't. Didn't distract me at all. All right. We need to stop the tilt and stop the downward spiral. And we need to win all the games for the last half hour. against one of the top people. So let's see if we can at least slow him down. 1 hour from the black side. So this should be fun. A little bit of a theoretical battle. That's right, took the deep breath. We're back in there. Rook b1 is not the usual move. Usually you take on c3 first. Okay, get this move with tempo. That's unusual too. I don't think I want to trade though. How do I avoid the trade? Queen a5. Ah, bishop c6 seems like a good way to avoid the trade. Bishop wants to go there anyway. Do we take there? We might. Looks like a good idea. Actually, this is looking pretty good. I think. It's looking pretty crazy, at least. Can I just step up with the king? Or did we make a mistake there? Okay, let's guard the bishop first. Ooh, that's what we fell for. Yeah, that was a good tactic. Well played by him. I don't feel bad about that game. I'm not sure what the theory is after rook b1. It should be that black's at least equal, but maybe d4 is not correct in that position. But didn't feel like we made any big blunder there. 233 to 207, so 26 points in 27 minutes. So we just need to gain 1 point a minute. Yeah, the problem is we only have 3 people really scoring high. Then we got like 5 of us that are kind of doing okay. Berserk. Alright, let's play the c5 line. I've been playing knight f6 lately. Maybe we'll play knight c6 early. I'm going to play it for the f6 break, if allowed. Two main breaks in the French, c5 and f6. c5 basically necessary every French game. f6 is the type of pawn break that either wins you or loses you the game. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, your king just gets smashed. Might get to play c5 a second time, which is always nice. Let's get this king off this diagonal in case we have trouble with the e6 pawn. All right, we're going to take here. Ooh, okay. Now, sometimes there's sacrifices on f3, but he gave that up real quickly. We've got a great pawn center, though. Yeah, maybe we can attack down the light squares. This position should be pretty nice for us. Bishop c5 looks useful. My e6 pawn's not as weak as normal. Okay, let's go with that check. I think we're going to just take the material. It's one of those positions that it might have been better to take the knight, but I just need the material to keep things simple. Yeah, both our kings on the h-file now. This is quite an interesting pawn structure. But his king is lined up with my bishop, so objectively, even if I wasn't up the exchange, this position should be great for me. Double or triple on the f-file. That's a good move by him. Yeah, that was a nice maneuver by his bishop. It's not going to make things easy. Where's his knight going, though? I'm probably going to have to give this exchange back. His bishop's too strong. I'm thinking rook takes bishop, pawn takes bishop, queen d7, and if he plays his queen to e5, I can play a rook to f5. A little trap there. Okay, we're going to do it like this. Doesn't fall for the trap. Maybe I get my queen to f8, threaten some back rank mates. Time is becoming close, but I've got to remember he has increment. Got to watch g7. Threaten mate. Maybe I put my bishop on d7 now. Okay, what can I do with my rook? Everything's stable for the moment. Maybe just rook f5. Poke and prod. Okay. What's he doing with his rook? I can play g6 if needed. Very double-edged. Let's come back. Got scared. Okay, kick the queen out because the knight moved. Guard f6. And we won on time. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, that's what we needed. We're down 40 points now. This is it. Time to really settle down. Stop talking and start scoring. I think this is the move we want. They take the pawn, I take triple isolated g-pawns. Should be great for me. Queen d3 in the future. Can also win the h-pawn if the bishop backs up, which is one of the main lines. Okay, here we go. Actually, we can just take here. Great position for white. He has to play king f7 just to hold everything together, and then something like bishop d3 should be pretty crushing. Okay, we can take there, but I'm actually going to just hold off for the moment. I know I can take on e6, but I want to build up the pressure a little bit. Okay, let's pin the knight then. Now I've got ideas of taking the knight and then taking on g6. Yep, okay. Looking at this square. And if he plays the check, I can push the c-pawn because my knight is guarded for the moment. It's a pretty crazy position. All right, check. Has to be good. Take here because his knight's pinned. Oh, and we're just threatening checkmate. A beautiful checkmate. Does he see it? He doesn't. Okay, that's check and that's mate. All right. We're up to 22 points. Don't feel like we're gaining, but I always forget to change the scene. I gotta figure out a better layout for lead chess, but I haven't yet. All right, no berserking here. Getting lots of Caracons. Early c5. I think I'm supposed to take. Can't have quite as much fun in this line. I can only take partial credit. One of my friends helped me a lot with the opening prep for that last game. So a lot of that was preparation, none of which was created by me. So I think we just want to take that. Seems like a problem pawn structure for him. I am going to go king side though. Same two weaknesses, much harder for me to attack here. Okay, let's just kind of inch our way into those light squares a little bit. He's not really threatening to push this pawn again because that lets my knight in. Push g5 to stop my knight from getting to those squares. This type of pawn structure where it's doubled, but they're all in the same color square, is very effective against opponent's attacks if you get it at the right time. You also see this often with the G and F pawns, like something like this, I guess. In some positions. Okay, that I wasn't expecting. Give my bishop a little bit of room back. Yeah, that surprises me. All right, I'm going to take that and get my knight in. I said he wasn't going to push it, and then he did. But perhaps that's just a mistake on my part. Wow. Bring the rook in. Bring this knight in. Oh, he's got a few attackers over there. So I actually have to be careful. Yeah, maybe I just have to retreat the bishop. That's unfortunate. He had 3 attackers on f2, so I didn't have time for any kind of knight maneuver. And this is one of Denver's players. And the last game against them was close too. Okay, they back up, relieving the pressure there. I need to bring my other rook into the game. Let's bring this knight back, maybe up to this square. One of the cats has joined us. Okay, stops that, kind of. Kind of stops it. Where's my knight going after this? Okay, let's play a move. Okay, so this is the exchange he was starting to win before. Thought I was getting enough compensation, but it doesn't appear so. Oh, that didn't even save the queen. Alright, I think I was in trouble there at the end anyway. No, the cat left. It came in to see if my window was open, and my window's closed. So, went off to find another window that's open. Alright, well, we're within 50, but we're down to 12 minutes, so. Okay, Denver ended up bringing 12 players, which is good. That's good to know for the future tournaments. Sorry, guys. Because I want it to be top 10 ideally. Looks like we could do top 7 without a problem in the future. We're going to have time for 2, maybe 3 more games. Yeah, sorry I couldn't give you guys a better show today. Unfortunately, the games just did not go our way. Bishop d7. Although I'm sure a lot of these players will be playing again in the future. So we'll be able to get our revenge. We'll go here. Castle. I don't mind if his knight gets in here as long as my king gets out of the center. Actually, a lot of the lines of the French. Am I getting mated here? We're about to find out. Am I getting checkmated? I don't think so. But maybe. I guess it's possible. Let's see. Where can this knight go to help? So we'll attack there. So he goes there. That's the threat right now. So what if I go to h6? Trying to find out how not to lose the queen here. We did get gifted. Nope, this didn't work. I don't think it should work in that position though. Oh, actually, if he plays this check, I get to take the knight. So I might still be alive here. Yeah, I don't think it was forced mate, but Maybe this is. Okay. Let's go for a run. Now he's giving me the H file again. And he doesn't have any other pieces. My king is a runner. Knight F5 next. I don't see the checkmate. This pawn on F4 is being very friendly right now to us. Maybe it's here, but I don't see it. Okay, let's see if he found it. Let's take once. Oh, he took with the queen. I expect him to take with the pawn, try and get his rook involved. He's looking for rook there. Okay. But I can block with the knight with check. And my queen's guarding that too. And then I sacrifice here and I win the queen back. Oh no, he gets to take with the king. But I've got a lot of material now. I have a lot of material. I'm not sure I can prevent a draw. But I shouldn't be worse here. I've got 2 rooks and a piece. Interesting. I'm going to let his knight check. In the hopes that his king's the one in trouble. Still a roller coaster. We're still going for a run. I don't know how to get out of this, though. Okay, I can go back. How can I go back and avoid all the checks? Oh, wait. This avoids the checks right now. His knight doesn't have another check. And I've got the threat right now of winning the queen. And his king is very stuck right now. Bring my knight back. I'm down to 36 seconds. Didn't even realize it. Wonder how many king moves I've made so far this game. And he just resigns. Did I get Greek gifted? That is the question. Wow. That might be even better than that checkmate we had earlier. Okay, doesn't look like we're going to be able to come back for first. Looks like we might be stuck in second place here. But quite a fun tournament so far. Let's try and grab a few more points. That's right, this is the player that played super fast in response to our berserking. Ah, that's right. I played him twice. And it's been a roller coaster against him, too. I guess one of these times I should play something different, since I'm not exactly punishing his opening here. Let's play more on the queen side. Oh, last time I really used the b6 square, I think. I had ideas too. Yeah, not worried about that pawn. Because the open e-file should, in theory, be good for me. Okay. Let's look to use the c5 square. I'm attacking the e-pawn, but not enough. Okay, now I'm attacking it again. He's up a pawn, though. And I'm down to 24 seconds. That's the problem I'm having when I'm playing this player, is I'm just not moving fast enough. I'm forgetting that I'm berserking him. Threatening checkmate. Threatening checkmate. He stops it. I should have gone here, maybe. "13 seconds to find a checkmate." Happened again. Yeah, I just need like 2 more seconds against that player. Just 2 more seconds, and I'd be able to checkmate him in those positions. Oof, not easy. So it looks like they've got us. They're up by 60 points here. Top 20 for me, so not bad. How am I doing on the team? Okay, I'm sitting in 6th. So, yeah, we really only had 3 people pulling as much weight as they needed to. A lot of people with good tournaments, but not enough. All right, tournament pairings are closed. So, congratulations to Denver on the victory. And it looks like V-Trash is taking a decisive win in the tournament. Nice job to Isaac, Scott, and Yuri representing Alabama. And it looks like Harshil and this is another player, a player that I coach, Hartwell. And then we've got Tom and Vikram. So a lot of strong players in here. I think we can get them in the future. So I'm looking forward to next Sunday. We're going to be doing this Blitz battle every Sunday. I will be looking for more teams to invite. I'd like to get 10 teams that can have 10 players each week. That would be really cool. But I'll be back tomorrow, at least once tomorrow. We do have the Monday night Rapid team battle with some of these same teams. So I'll be playing that, probably berserking again. We'll see. So I hope you guys enjoyed. and good luck in your games. See you next time.